if you guys want to actually follow along, this is a workshop here. So if you guys want to follow along and test out any of the features during this time, we're going to be here for, 30 plus minutes. So make sure we're going to install the app. Feel free to follow along. And if you guys have any questions, you get stuck, want to know how something works, then that's what we're here for today. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. We're going to go over every step of this, guys. So how to install, how to record. Guys, the desktop app is our most advanced recorder, and it includes all of our features that we've been working really hard on, and including some new ones. So we're really excited to show this to you guys and have you start recording. If you guys are looking to start a YouTube channel, you guys are looking to post to social media more, you're looking to create more videos, this is going to be a very powerful way to do all of those things. Let me share my screen and I'm going to show you guys what to do next. Here it is. Step number 1, point your browser to dubb.com/desktop-app. This link is in the chat as well. Guys, this is where we're going to install the latest versions of either the Mac or PC version. So if you're on a Mac or PC, you can see there's a different button for each, and you'll want to make sure you download the appropriate version. Every once in a while, like right now, there's a beta version that's out. It has some new features we're testing. So if you guys are on like an older computer or maybe a brand new computer, if an update just comes out like tomorrow, just be aware there may be a little bug or two here because it's still in beta. But there are going to be latest versions and updates provided here very regularly. So if for whatever reason you find down the road here your app is stuck, something's not working, this is your go-to step. You're going to come back to this URL, you're going to uninstall and then reinstall the app to get the latest version. So to install, all you do is you click the button there for your appropriate version, and it's going to download the installer. Now, I already have mine installed, but I'll just go through this process. On a Mac, it looks like this. You just drag the file over and it's going to install it. On PC, there's a little PC installer. You just click the install button. Now, very important, guys, during the installation process on Mac, it's going to ask that you grant permissions to the webcam and microphone and library access. So just make sure you're clicking allow access during the installation, because otherwise, if you click no, it's going to not give you access and you won't be able to record. So we always try to click no on pop-ups and stuff, but this one's just saying, hey, give us access to the camera, microphone. So make sure you grant those permissions during the install. Okay, so once you've done that, you've downloaded the install file, you've clicked install, you've followed the install directions and granted permissions. Now we're going to be able to go to either your little Windows button or your Finder button, go to your applications and launch Dubb. The first time you guys open the Dubb application, it will ask you to sign in. So if you guys have like your default browser on Windows is usually like Internet Explorer or something, right? Edge, not Chrome. So it'll ask you to log in. It'll have you log into your existing Dubb account. And that way the desktop app is going to be connected to your online Dubb account. If you guys have more than one Dubb account, this is where you need to be aware. You'll need to make sure you're logged in to the right Dubb account on the desktop app if you have more than one. If you just have one account, which most of us do, no need to worry, just log into your Dubb account. Once you are logged in, it's going to open a tool just like this. You guys can see my little control bar right here, right? This panel with these 6 options. Okay, good. So this is the quick launch of the desktop app. The desktop app, guys, is primarily used for screen recordings. I'm going to quickly show the webcam recorder because it does have one advantage when compared to the website, and that is the location of the teleprompter. So if you guys need to record a webcam only video and you want to use the teleprompter, this would probably be my best recommendation because the teleprompter sits as high as possible next to the camera. So you can see right there, it's at the very top of the screen. So when I select my script, I can adjust this teleprompter. So I can adjust the height, and you guys will want to make sure the height is really high. You don't want to read from down here because then your eye line is not going to be good. So you want to make sure your teleprompter is really high next to the camera so that you don't read from below those top 2 lines. Because if I'm looking here, my eye line's good. But as soon as I'm looking sort of toward the middle of the screen, it doesn't look like I'm making eye contact any longer. So the height, the width is also adjustable. You guys don't want to be too wide because then it looks like you're going from left to right. So exactly how I have my teleprompter here is how I recommend you guys setting your teleprompter up, whether you're going to be using it for screen or webcam. There's also this font size adjustment. You can see you can control the font size, and finally the speed. So you guys will want to get comfortable with this just one time. And now moving forward, this will retain your settings. So when I click close here and I go to record another video, it's going to actually remember those settings that I just selected. So now you can see the size, the speed, the height, all those settings were retained. So you guys just get your teleprompter configured one time and now it's ready to go. So this is the webcam version of the desktop app. And again, the reason I would use this over the website or extension or something is if you need the teleprompter, this one has the best line of sight.
Hey, Darius,
Uh-huh.
how do you launch the teleprompter and where is the stop button?
Great questions. So here's how that works, guys. When you go to the Dubb application, like you're on Windows or PC, you go to launch the app. Once it's actually open, you'll see some shortcuts. On Mac, you can see this little button right here. This is the Dubb shortcut. On a PC, it's going to exist down here. There's a little upward facing arrow. You click that arrow, and then you'll see the Dubb icon there. When you click those icons, that's where you're able to either to launch the quick menu, or you can launch one of the recorders. So like if I go to record my webcam and I want to use the teleprompter, there's a button specifically right here to open the teleprompter at the top of my video. From there, you select your script, adjust the elements. And now when you press record, the teleprompter is going to automatically scroll at whatever speed you've designated. And when you pause the video, the teleprompter will automatically stop as well. Or if you stop the video, it'll stop.
Was that pause also in the corner?
The pause button is going to be on the control bar.
Okay.
In the same place it always is. Yeah, right where you're next to your start button. So that is how you guys will access the webcam version and the teleprompter. Now, more important than the webcam, like I said, that's the real important piece for the webcam is the teleprompter. But guys, the real possibilities happen here when we're talking about now recording our screen. So the first option is your webcam placement here. This is another big difference between our original screen recorder and our new one. So guys, this is the original screen recorder, the Chrome extension. And I'll show you here the main difference between these two tools. The original screen recorder, the Chrome extension, can only record with your bubble inside of Chrome. You see how my Chrome browser ends there and the bubble ends there. I can't take it outside of Chrome. Whereas the desktop app, I can record anywhere. So there's one difference. The other difference is the Chrome extension has more limited resizing options. You see, I have to click here buttons to resize. Whereas with the desktop app, I can just click the edge of the bubble to resize this way. I can also change to more shapes, vertical like this. I can also double click to expand to full size, and then I can go back to small. That's similar to the extension, except for you can see it's not truly a full size. It's like a 80% or something. So those are the differences between the webcam options from the original, the Chrome extension, and the new version, the desktop app. It has more possibilities, more functionality. So easier resizing, record outside of Chrome, anywhere on your desktop, so PowerPoint or Keynote or anything, and then more resizing options here. So that's the first new benefits, guys, is the webcam. Far more functionality and playability with that. The second thing here, the annotation tools. So just really quickly, I'll show you our original ones, which were the drawing tool. So the original one only had a basic drawing tool, which is this little pencil here, where I can draw with a pencil. That's all the Chrome extension had. Now the desktop app has more advanced annotations where I can do things like click here, or I can do step one is click here, then step two is click there. So arrows, numbers, text on the screen, I can put a box and I can type, click here. So I can use these annotation tools to really make more interesting videos, along with the dynamism in my webcam. Again, now this is what we call real-time editing, where you're using the pausing feature or multiple clips along with your webcam and annotation tools to make videos that are more interesting, that are dynamic, that are educational, but without having to go give this to an editor or do a bunch of post-production. So that's what we've really tried to design this tool, is to make videos easier to record, less steps, less editing, where you're able to just knock these out in one simple step. So annotations, numbers, text, arrows, shapes, You can change the color, change the size, and of course you can turn those off. So now I can continue with showing my screen, and then I can turn them back on. And then now I'm back drawing with my pencil or whatever I want, arrows or something. So annotations, webcam resizing, and there is even another bonus feature here, guys, which is this custom size. This is really critical. So when I talked earlier, guys, about powering up a YouTube channel or powering up a social channel, this is the button for that. Now, whether you want to record a YouTube video, right, that is typically a full size screen. So I'm just going to do no custom size. If I press record right now, you can see I have a blue frame around my entire screen because it's recording everything on my screen. So when I want to do something like a YouTube video, that's typically landscape. That's full screen like we're doing now. However, let's say there's something maybe you don't want to show, something specific on the screen you'd like to exclude. So I can choose this custom size option here, still have it be landscape. And then now I can choose the actual frame that I want to record in. So now it's only going to record what's inside of this blue frame and nothing else. So this still gives me a perfect landscape YouTube video, but now I've excluded other elements on the screen I don't want to include. So if you guys are looking to record videos for your YouTube channel, this is the perfect tool in which to do so. You can load your teleprompter scripts. You can use the AI to write the script for your video, import it directly into the teleprompter, and then record just like this, including your webcam, annotations, or teleprompter if you need it. So this is the first example for something like YouTube, a regular landscape video. Now, what has become very popular more recently in the last couple of years is posting to social media.
Okay.
So let's see here. This is a cool article that came up. Just one moment. I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna come back to some questions. So this is a recent article here. Everyone knows Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Kiyosaki guy. So let's say if you wanted to share this to social, right? Social has a requirement, some channels, where it has to be 9:16 or 9:16. You know, vertical is the preferred format. So now I'm going to launch my app. I'm going to record my screen. And then I'm going to choose the option where it is 9:16. So now when I click that button, you can see I have a 9:16 frame. And so I'm going to bring this over to my little article. I'm going to expand it because I want to capture basically the full article there. Make it a little bit higher and wider. So now I got the full article. And then I'm going to put myself in the article because I'm going to be the one talking about it. Maybe I'll change my shape to vertical here to fit a little bit better. Get in the center. And then I'm going to move my annotation toolbar out of the way because I don't need it. And now I'm going to press record. 3, 2, 1. And I can say, hey guys, I wanted to share this article with you. You should definitely check it out. It's just the latest address from our father over at Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's got some insight for us on how Airbnb might actually affecting the real estate market and the impending doom and crash everyone's worried about. So check it out for yourself. So something like that, where now I can post this to social media and it's going to be in that perfectly formatted 9:16 version. So this is the other possibility that we've now opened up with the desktop app, guys, is the ability to record mobile style videos from your desktop. So I know a lot of people in every industry are looking to take advantage of this, like real estate and mortgage and anyone that's posting to social media. We need tools and abilities to make this easier. So now you don't need to know what to say. You don't need to have extra tools to come figure out how to format it or do this on your phone. You have every single thing you need to do right in your workstation if you're on a computer or mobile, right? If you're just working from your mobile or tablet, this is perfectly possible for doing this as well. In fact, if anyone wants the instruction for how to do this from their mobile device instead of their desktop, let me know. We can include that as a little bonus lesson. Okay.
Yes, please.
A quick pause here. Well, I heard a yes, please. Was that the yes, please to the mobile version of what I just showed?
That's correct. Yes, Darius. If we can have that as well. And
all right, great. Let me just leave that as a note here. Include mobile version of article. Okay. Good. Now I'm going to start going through some questions, guys. This is a little break. I'm going to show another piece after this, and we're going to go into some bonus lessons. But if anyone has a question, or if anyone has tried following along, now is a perfect opportunity to say, hey, I got stuck here. How does this work? I want to do this. I'm going to go just read some of these questions really quick if there's anything pending, and then go from there. So, okay, we got a hand up. Who's the hand? Richard, go ahead, my friend.
Hey Darius, I was on the desktop app, and when I would try to pause the video, and keep going, it would start. So like the only option I had was to like upload it and then maybe add more clips. I didn't know
I
if I
see.
was
Yeah, no. So that
messing
that
it
might
up
be.
or
Are you on the Mac version or PC?
Windows.
Windows.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So that might be a bug on. And when did you download that?
2 days ago.
Okay. Yeah. So we do have a most up to date version coming here very soon to the website. So if you guys are experiencing an issue, actually, I think I have this on mine right now, just to show you guys. As I mentioned, if you ever experience a little bug, I haven't updated mine today, but something like that, where if you press record and like right now, if I press pause, normally it's going to pause, but you can see it didn't do that this time. So yes, sir, that's a little bug there, and just reinstall in like one day, like tomorrow. I think we'll have the updated version on the site.
Sweet,
So,
thank you.
yeah, good question. And if ever you guys notice anything like that, something doesn't seem to be working right, first try the reinstall, because we probably have an updated version there, or just report it to us directly if you're noticing anything. Because as I mentioned, this is in a beta. You guys are our early access group. We've gone through a couple little variations, and we're always trying to fix every little piece that we can. So just be patient with us here, and I can promise you guys it's on a way to be perfect. So good. All right, let's see here. No copyright issues about sharing. So Sandy, as long as you can share anything like that, because that's perfectly allowed. It's a public article, but as long as you're not like taking copyrighted music and incorporating that into the video or something, you'll be fine. Just don't use anyone else's like their likeness or voice or music that's copyrighted in the content. But any public article like that, you're absolutely allowed to draw attention to, share, or help your platform sort of base off of. So yes. Okay. Raphael, on the desktop, can we see how to pull up the teleprompter? Okay, I can show that one more time. Raphael, if you're with us, is that for screen recordings or the just webcam version?
That's for the desktop version on the Mac, if you don't mind, for screen recording.
For screen recording, yeah, okay. I will show you guys here. Just be aware, I showed some of the advanced annotation tools and things like that. You will not be able to do both of those things at once. It's going to be very difficult. Like if you have your teleprompter running, so Raphael, this is how you turn the teleprompter on. It's right in your toolbar. So you'll just click that button and it'll turn the teleprompter on. And then from there, you'll select your scripts. And like I said, just be aware, you will probably, I would find it difficult to use both the teleprompter and the annotation, because chances are you're looking just like this, reading from your teleprompter line, and you're going to try to figure out, go to over click arrows and do stuff like that. Would be quite difficult to do both. So you can, when the pause is working, my pause is not working right now. I need to do an update. But when you normally pause, then you'd be able to position your arrows and your numbers and stuff like that. And then you could resume the video and those things will be there. So that's the only sort of way you could use both the annotations and the teleprompter without getting mixed up, is you'll have to use one of the pausing features there. Or you could stop and do a clip as well. So good questions. Let me see here. Okay, and Sandy had a follow-up. Can you share just the YouTube from that 916? So you can share to YouTube Shorts as a 916. I'm not sure about regular YouTube videos, though, if they can be 916. I've not seen that. I think most YouTube videos are landscape in format.
But you can do that thing where you just hit the YouTube and it slides it right over to YouTube.
Yeah, actually, I don't think that's equipped for Shorts yet, though, because I know for YouTube has specifically Shorts, and you have to put like hashtag Shorts in the title and hashtag Shorts.
Okay.
I think that might have to be uploaded separately. Yeah. So our direct integration guys, we have a really nice integration. It sounds like we'll have to step it up here though for our Shorts users. I put stuff on Shorts, so I don't know why I didn't think of that yet. I know we'll need an update to the API, but the way that it works is when you're inside of Dubb, you can actually connect your YouTube channel. And when you want to upload a video to YouTube, you can simply press that one button and it'll upload it directly, but not for shorts yet. So stay tuned for that, Sandy. Good question. Okay. Gregory joined late. So yeah, Gregory, what we did at today's session, we just focused on the desktop app, primary use case, installation, how to use it. We had a couple little bonus questions come up. I'm going to show some stuff on mobile. But this was also sort of an interactive workshop, and I wanted to make sure if anyone wants to use the desktop app that they followed along, click install, get that on your computer, and get stuck, run into something, get a question, because it's a great time to come get support for it right now. Okay, bonus lesson here, guys, how to do this on the mobile app. So just a quick recap, what I showed was I went and I pulled up this Rich Dad, Poor Dad article, right? And I used the desktop app to make a social style video. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to take that same exact article and do this from your mobile device as well. So here I am on my cell phone. Let me, Ina, can you spotlight me? So it's just me. And then when we're in the mobile app, I'm going to visit that link first. Let me go, here we go. So I visited that URL. Now I have the article pulled up here on my phone. I'm going to screenshot it. So that's what I just did. I just screenshotted the article. Now I'm going to go to the Dubb app. I'm going to go into recording. So I've now pressed the record button. I'm in the recorder. My fingers are covering the camera is why it's red. And then right here, there's a button that shows an image. And this says, okay, takes additional time to import an image. So I'm going to press OK. And then from here, it's saying virtual camera takes time to upload an image or whatever. But make sure you click OK. I clicked the wrong button. So OK. And then OK, proceed. I clicked back. So don't do that. Click OK, proceed. Now you click the little folder button here. And now I'm going to input that article as my background. So now the article's there. You guys, this is going to be hard to see, but you can see here, I'm in front of the article now. Here I am. And now I'm going to press, of course, I'm going to face it like this. But when I'm here, I'm going to say, where am I? There you go. Check out this article, guys. I want to tell you about the Rich Dad, Poor Dad situation and how he's going to tell you how Airbnb is crashing the housing market. Let's all hope that doesn't happen. So that's essentially how you would do that, guys, is you'll pull up whatever asset that you want, screenshot it, and use that as your virtual background on the mobile app. And guys, same situation as well. If you ever notice something not working on the mobile app or desktop app, reinstall. That's always the first go-to. Probably will fix your issue. And if for whatever reason it does not, and you still have an issue, come to us immediately as soon as possible, because maybe it's something brand new. Maybe it's something we're not aware of yet, and we'd love to fix it for you and anyone else as soon as possible. So when I say come to us, this is what I mean. support@dubb.com. That is our direct email that goes to our live chat where there's multiple humans there looking at it all day long. So come directly to there, support@dubb.com. It's the same little green bubble that's on our Dubb website. So both of those lead to those same locations. Support@dubb.com brings you to that little, our green bubbles here of humans to help. So if for whatever reason your update did not fix your issue, definitely come report it to us as quick as possible. This is one of those dilemmas, guys, because as we're pushing the technology, the boundary on what it can do here, there's going to be little things that don't work, right? We have to fix them and make sure that they work, because that's really what our goal is here. We are trying to push the boundary on the technology, providing stuff that no one else does, like the teleprompters and the AI and the way that it functions together. Just as an example, virtual backgrounds, piece like that. We're just trying to make sure that it all functions well and on every device. Mobile is especially difficult. Like the desktop app, it has to be so backwards compatible to, like, you know, older devices and browsers and things. So just bear with us. And if you guys have any issues, report them as quickly as possible, because we'll get right on top of it. Okay. George, appreciate the feedback, brother. Yeah, lots of little tips and tricks here, guys. And this is why we want these trainings available as often as we can. We host daily live trainings at 10 a.m. where it's just sort of generic or specific, depending on what you'd like to see. We host these specific trainings every Wednesday and Thursday for real estate agents. Wednesdays more generic, Thursday specific for real estate. And yeah, I know. So that's what we want to do, guys. We're going to continue to release new features, new little strategies and techniques. every once in a while, we're going to come back to the basics, like this application here. There are literally countless reasons of why you would want to record your screen. If you guys have proposals, if you do any sort of proposal, never send a proposal by itself again. Always do a video message with your proposal, your contract walkthrough. Break it down for them as if you were there in person, right? You would, if you were in person, you wouldn't just say, here, sign it. You'd say, all right, so we're going to go through this. Page 1 is this, page 2 is that. Like that's what a professional would do if you were in that environment. Be the same thing if you're doing it virtually. So proposals, contract walkthroughs, how to navigate your website, your features, so many opportunities to showcase stuff visually that everyone should be using that tool. Everyone will find a very valuable use case for it once you put your mind to it. And guys, like posting to social media, there's probably very few of our businesses that would not benefit from that, right? If you're in any professional service, you will definitely benefit from posting to social with regularity. If you're in any sort of software or any sort of sales position, marketing, like literally it would benefit us all if we had a social media following that was engaged. And the only way to get there is by producing content high quality with some sort of regularity. And that's why we're trying to invest in this technology and these tools to make it easier to do. Because at the end of the day, guys, if it's something is rinse and repeatable, if you have everything you know and you have everything you need to know to do something, you're more likely to go and do it. Yeah, it's not easy, right? Like picking up the phone and cold calling people, you probably know what to say, you probably know what to do, you probably have a phone number. It's not easy, but that's how you're going to generate business for your business. And so that's what we want to make sure we're doing here as well. The nice thing about videos, they're sort of uncomfortable, maybe just like a cold call, but that one opportunity is evergreen. It's forever. It can generate you leads at an unlimited potential, right? It doesn't mean it's going to get you thousands of leads. It means that it can go viral. Cold call never has that potential, right? The greatest potential a cold call has is that one opportunity and all the time spent in it. Video is a much more effective medium at investing in an opportunity to grow farther. So anyway, guys, that's a little rant for you. We can all use more screen recordings, and I've given you the very best tool. Guys, actually, I've done some research. All the best video, other screen recorders out there, like Screencast-O-Matic and our direct competitors and like Loom and stuff, I've done direct competition videos. Like I looked at their software, I've done side-by-side comparisons. So I know for a fact now ours has every single thing theirs does, except more, except one thing, maybe a blur. Maybe you can blur like a value on a screen. We haven't added that yet, but it's coming. But besides that, the teleprompters, the clips, the pausing, annotations, it's all more advanced than anyone else's. So you guys have the best screen recorder at your fingertips, the training to take advantage of it. And then what happens when you actually make your screen recording is also going to be better than anyone else's stuff. So in terms of creating videos like screen recordings, you guys have the best tool on the market at your fingertips. I can promise you that. You can research it yourself or take my word for it. So questions, Sandy? Go ahead. I couldn't pause. That's just out of habit. So Sandy, go ahead. What do you got?
So I finally got all my emails to send today, or I got it to send.
Yeah.
And it's got like 200 successes, 1,200 emails, 200 successes, and 900 pending.
Yeah. Okay. So this is another good point. So guys, if you're using Dubb to send campaigns, this is actually a perfect opportunity because we did make an update, and I'll tell you guys all about it now. So before, the way a campaign works, guys, a campaign is a bulk send, right? You're sending one email one time to an individual or group of people. That's what a campaign is. Now, a campaign is typically limited how many emails it can send based on the email provider you connect. So for example, in our settings, you can see we have several different things connected. Our send grid can send tens of thousands of emails, basically no limit. Our Gmails and our Outlooks can only send up to about 300 per day. So a paid Gmail can maximum only send 300 per day when sent through a tool like Dubb. Gmail and Outlook, the paid versions have a 300 per day limit. The free versions of Gmail and Outlook have a 100 per day limit. So if you guys have a paid Gmail or Outlook, you can send up to 300 per day in bulk through Dubb. Now, this is what Sandy might be seeing, is she might be limited to that 300. So the way that it works is when you go to schedule a campaign, let's say I'm scheduling this campaign to a list of people. I'm going to enroll, let me just go here. I'm going to enroll maybe, let's see, 800 people. So when I send this campaign, if I'm using my Gmail or my Outlook, it's going to send 300 emails whenever I say to send it. Then it will send 300 more emails automatically exactly 24 hours later. And exactly 24 hours after that, it'll send the remaining 120 emails, 220 emails, sorry. And then that way, all 820 will effectively be sent, not at one time, not in one day, but over a period of 3 days, because it can only send 300 per day. So, Sandy, that's what's probably going to happen in your case, because if you're limited to 300 per day with that Gmail or Outlook, you might have more, because Sandy, yours was not a Gmail or an Outlook, it was something else.
Mine was an SMTP.
Yeah, so you actually might want to talk to that company and figure out what the daily sending limit is, because you don't want to exceed it, right? If you send too many emails, they're going to get a notification that says, hey, this person might be a spammer or something. They're sending a lot of emails. And then they go like put a flag or something. So we don't want to send too many emails. We know Gmail and Outlook cap out around 300. So that's why we keep you guys safe there. But for other providers, it might be much higher. So Sandy,
So if you have a client list of 1,200 people,
right. So you might be able to send all 1,200 at one time.
But do you break it up into 3 lists and go list
no,
one, list?
I wouldn't do that, because the way the campaign tool works is it will just send back to back until the list is done. But I would check with your email provider and see what is your daily sending limit through SMTP, because it could be 1,000 per day, and then it would send the whole thing in 2 days versus 3 or more.
And then if I resent that campaign tomorrow, like copied it and resent it, would it go a second time to everybody?
If you copied it and resent it, yes, it would resend to even the people that got it the first time. If you did nothing, it will only continue to send to the people that did not receive it yet.
Okay.
Yep. Good. Okay, a couple more questions. Gregory, I ran into an issue on a recorded video, then edited the trim 2 seconds off. The result of the video downgraded from 720 to 360. Very interesting, Gregory. Actually, I've not seen that yet. Gregory, if you could put the link to that video in a direct message to me, I want to check that out. I've not seen that yet, so definitely want to see that. Just direct message me or Ina or someone with the link to that video, and we'll do a little investigation. And then Ina, just take a note of that chat. We'll check this out after. George had a great question there. Can we use MailChimp? So absolutely, guys. We have a direct integration with all the most popular email senders. So this is what it looks like. When you guys want to send through any third-party sender, click this button, click right here, search for help, and just type in third, like that, 3RD. And it's going to give you an article here that says how to send through third-party email. And it says including MailChimp, Keep, anything. So this video right here covers the detailed step-by-step instructions for how to send through any third-party email. So that's, yes, to answer your question specifically, yes. The shorter or the faster answer is it's basically this button right here. Like if I go to my MailChimp account, I just click right here, videos, share, and you see it's optimized for MailChimp. And so now I can just add this video to my MailChimp template. You'll see that within the article there, though. Very fast and easy to do. Good. Yeah, guys, connect with Sandy here too. And if anyone wants to network in here, guys, and connect, please, by all means, do so. We're all here. We're all a community trying to help each other and learn and stuff. So that's all appreciated. Mickey, if I had a paid branded Gmail G Suite account, my Dubb account shows only 100. So yeah, by default, our system can't tell if you're a paid or a free Gmail when you go to connect it. So by default, we will limit you to 100 to make sure that you don't get yourself in trouble. So if you need to increase that limit at any time, just reach out to us again at support@dubb.com, and we will go increase your limit for you. So Mickey, reach out, support@dubb.com, and just after we get off the call here, I'll come boost your limit myself, put you up to that, the $299. We always want to get you right up to the sending limit. Now, it is possible to get more than 200 out in a day or 300 out, but they might block you. And we don't want to run that risk. It's not worth it, because then you have to go say, hey, I'm not a spammer. Please unblock my email. And then they unblock you. But I know that there's some like ding on your score or something, right? Like you got the grease because you're the squeaky wheel, and we don't want to do that. So let's fly under the radar, deliver just up to what your limit is. So good question there. Let's see here, Brian. The video I created recently using the desktop app had an audio delay. This is an excellent question as well. And no, this doesn't actually have anything to do with the beta. So guys, if you ever see that your audio and your video are out of sync, the number one cause of this is the device performance, like it's working too hard to record the video. So if you're on a PC or a Mac, they have different options. For Mac, it's activity monitor, and for PC, it's something else, process monitor or something. You just press Control Alt Delete to get to it. So I can see here right now, Zoom is using 60% of my CPU. So if I tried to record a video right now on Dubb, there's a high likelihood it might be out of sync because the majority of my CPU is already being used already. So if I had to record, it's probably going to make my computer work too hard. If 100% of my CPU is being used, there's things that are bound to happen wrong. So my number one recommendation, if you guys ever notice your video is out of sync, is to perform what I call basic computer hygiene, maybe advanced computer hygiene, where you're going to close all your additional tabs, applications, programs, anything you're not actually using. You guys will be surprised. You're probably running 100 applications that you're not using. You probably have a lot of tabs open that we're not using. It's very common, but it's also not good hygiene for the computer. It makes it work and store a bunch of information that it doesn't need. So that would be my number one recommendation. Clean up as much extra stuff as you can, reduce the computer's workload to a minimum, and then using that activity monitor, when you go to record, see what's happening. Because if your CPU is still upwards of 90% or something while you're recording, we got to free up some space. It might even actually be the storage or the graphics on the computer. If it's a really old computer with really low performance, it might be struggling to even record videos, even if nothing else is running. Very rarely that I've seen that, but I have seen some like 10-year-old computers that were really struggling to run the desktop app. So really great question. Number one recommendation is to close everything to a minimum to make sure you have as much bandwidth as possible on your computer, as much
Awesome.
CPU.
Thank you.
You got it. Good. Okay. Brian, does Dubb do closed captions? Yes, absolutely, Brian. Great question. Closed captions, you guys can either automatically include them a part of every video. So like right here, the way to automatically include video or closed captions on your videos is with a preset. If anyone does not know what a preset is or does not have a preset, I guess you wouldn't know if you didn't have one. You should definitely do one and let us know, because we need to connect with you to make sure you have a preset built. My preset looks like this. It includes my call to action buttons, book me, read reviews, send me a video, or my playlist, which is the 2-minute explainer and my testimonials. But what it also includes is this option right here to transcribe the video automatically. So because this box is checked, and because my preset is set as a default, that means all these settings in this preset get applied to every video I record automatically. So every video I record is automatically going to have those same buttons and videos connected, the same designs, and of course, the closed captions are going to be generated automatically. Now you can also just click this button right here, and that will manually generate the captions for your video as well. Now, speaking of captions, right, the AI is not perfect in listening to what you said and generating captions. Sometimes like pronouns, it might mess up, right? So if you need to edit your captions, you click right here and download the SRT. And you guys will see there's a little tooltip, meaning this text right here. It says to edit this file, open Notepad on Windows or text edit on Mac. Let me just show you guys what this means. So I'm going to download the SRT file. And when I go to open it, I'm going to go to downloads. I'm going to open this with text edit. So not any other application, specifically text edit on Mac or specifically Notepad on Windows. Because you can see there's a timestamp associated here. That's what the closed caption is. Certain words appear at certain time in the video. So you make your changes to your closed caption file, and then you just click File, Save to retain exactly what it is, an SRT file. And once you've made your changes, you come back to Dubb and just click Upload SRT. And that is how you will fix your captions as well. And guys, just so you know, there is a little lesson built into Dubb for that as well. You just click right here, you just type captions or closed captions or whatever, and there's going to be an article with how to edit and attach and generate. So right there. So everything I'm showing you guys, just to let you know, 90+% of it, we do have pre-recorded lessons and tutorials for this. You just gotta know where to find them and know how to. So good. Okay, so Brian, that gets you taken care of. Closed captions. Raphael's getting the delay as well. So yeah, free up some space, guys. Go ahead and try to close off your other stuff and make sure your CPU usage is better. So Greg had audio sync and it was a temporary bandwidth reduction. I see. So that may be the case. I've not seen the internet speed affected as much. That's usually like on the upload, but it could be the case as well. Like if something on your computer's slow for some reason, check those limits out. Okay, Mickey, we can self-limit the speed of the email delivery as well. Yes, correct. So when you have connected an email provider to Dubb, so say for example, guys, when we send our big bulk emails like this with our send grid, you see how it says 5,600 per minute. So again, by default, if you're connecting a Gmail or Outlook, we're going to limit you guys to less than 25 per minute or less. You do not want to exceed that, because as soon as you exceed that, that's when Gmail and Outlooks are going to say, hey, you're sending too many emails too quickly. So you don't want to exceed that limit. So we put that out there as a sort of bumper lines to keep you guys safe, so you don't get.
But you can't manage it slower.
You can, yeah. You could slow it down to 5 emails per minute or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah. See, so Gregory, like if you guys, by the way, upload, download speed, stuff like that. If your upload speed is less than like 5 megs, that is very slow. It's what's considered very slow. Not like a judgmental thing. It's just like on the spectrum of very slow. So if it's anything less than 5, you guys will notice slow upload times and things like that. It may even affect the uploads themselves. So if you can, whenever, I mean, if your home Wi-Fi is less than 5, that's tough. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I try to get better internet. Hunt for better deals. There's better out there. If you're in somewhere remote, unfortunately, sometimes we're limited. Okay, guys, anything else I can do for you today? I love all the little bonus questions. And guys, if you want to come back as often as you can in those live trainings, I'm there every single weekday for the same exact purpose. I'm thinking about maybe hosting a hybrid event, like maybe 1 or 2 days of the week is later in the afternoon, and then 1 is in the morning there to give you guys just more opportunities to come in. So,
can I say something?
Yes. Who's that?
I'm not paid for advertising. This is George speaking.
Ah, George.
I'm not paid to advertise, but I have to say one thing. All the platforms that I've used in the past, Vineyard, Loom, Quickie.
Quick Pages.
I mean, no, I think it's called Quickie, Quiki.
New to me.
They get the highest they've been is maybe to the heel of Dubb.
Right.
Maybe. Maybe.
Thank you, buddy. I
Awesome,
appreciate
awesome
that.
work, and dibs to you, Darius, for taking the time to teach us all the time.
Appreciate that, George. You guys, this is like my baby, right? I'm here from day one, and I've watched it grow from a little seed to what it is today. So each and every one of you guys are meaningful to me and important. Like I love to see your successes. But even more than that, I love to help you guys overcome something and accomplish something. That's a win for me. Every time I get to see a success story, we capture a new testimonial, things truly motivating, and that's what keeps this whole thing going. So appreciate you, George. Appreciate all you guys as well. So keep it coming. You guys need support. That's why we are here. That's the extra thing that keeps the lights on. So whatever you guys need here, this is what we're our experts. We've been here 5 years now, going on over 5 years, literally like 10 hours a day, focused on nothing else but this. So I don't think there's anyone out there more qualified in this space with that much dedication to teams and their success. So, and I love to share it with you guys. So whenever you have a goal, you have an idea, something you want to accomplish, anything sales and marketing related, really, as long as it has to do something with Dubb, I'd love to help. So you guys come talk to us as often as you need. All righty. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys that decided to chime in there. And again, yeah, he's not a paid advertisement, George. So appreciate that always. Thank you guys so much for your time today. Tomorrow is the same sort of lesson, but for real estate specifically, we're just going to go over like market updates with the screen recorder and stuff. So if you guys are in real estate and just want either more specifics on that, you're welcome to come back to those. Or if you're in real estate, you could probably skip the Wednesdays one because the Thursday one's going to be the same for you, but just specific for you. So, or any weekday at 10 a.m., guys, come see me. Thank you very much and have a good one. Happy hump day. See you next time.